Well, if
To be honest with you, it's very surprising. For many years, I've been in private practice. I've either been with just myself, or I had a partner for many years in downtown Detroit. I'm only used to being in a small, firm, one man, two man, and I think I offer people that when they know they're hiring me, not an associate or somebody else. I think that I'm able to impart by sincerity that I'm really interested in their case, and every case is important, and I try to have my clients feel that they're getting that direct response from me. Well, I didn't know what to expect when all of this started. The courts are still not open other than by virtual hearings. Even filing, everything is done electronically, and I thought that was going to be not the best way to go about these things. It turns out, since many of my cases deal with motions, I have evidentiary hearings and trials sometimes, but most of them are motions in front of referees or judges. And the Zoom allows clients to either be sitting here with my office or be at home, and we don't have the travel time, we don't have the wait time that we normally might have in sitting in a courtroom. When I first decided to join up with LegalMatch a few years ago, I had heard about it and gotten offers over the years, and I never felt it was going to be beneficial to me. But I finally was convinced that I should give it a try, and I have absolutely been amazed by the response I have gotten from clients, and I think partly that's due to the way I handle this. When I get a referral, I immediately try to call the potential client. I send them a text or an email. I give them a little bit about myself beyond the profile, so I might try to answer whatever question they have in terms of what we might do to approach the problem. And I have never been busier. I like the idea that I'm constantly surprised that people are going to any site online to find an attorney, like going to find a heart surgeon. Would you do it online? And most of the time in the past, I've relied on referrals from previous clients, from other attorneys. But this LegalMatch has shown me that people are looking for people who can assist them. Not everyone has a lot of money to hire an attorneys, and I try to be fair to myself and to my clients, and I know that some of the attorneys' fees are way out of line that most people are not going to be able to pay. And I've had some amazing cases, some very complicated and very surprising results on cases that I've had from LegalMatch. When I first looked at them, I thought, boy, nothing's going to come of this, but many things have come from the cases that I've gotten from LegalMatch. They're pretty frequent. I usually have 50 or 60 on my email, and after whatever period of time they go off, but I continue to look at them, and I'm getting them usually one or two a day, and I respond to all of them. Might be up at midnight and I see someone send something in, I'll send them back a response. And believe it or not, I've talked to people at 2 or 3 in the morning from my LegalMatch referral. I don't know how many other attorneys in my area. I'm sure there must be 6 or 7 other attorneys in my area connected to the family law portion of LegalMatch in the 2 counties that I'm working out of. Then I know pretty much everybody calls the potential clients, and I think the key is to be one of the first to get in touch with the client, be open and ready to have them come in. I don't charge people for coming in or calling me. And if I can get a client to come into the office, I have a pretty good chance of having them become a client. I can tell you, for whatever number of years I've been doing it, which is just a few, I've had about 215 new clients out of this. And from that 215, I've had other referrals from those clients from other people. It's well worth the money spent each month. I get other inputs from other sources, and I don't really follow through on those. All I know is that LegalMatch has the ability to get clients who actually are going to meet an attorney and have the funds through family or friends or themselves. Many of the leads that come in from LegalMatch, I can tell that the person's not going to have the finances that it's going to be necessary to be involved in a contested custody case. But I respond to everybody because oftentimes I'm surprised. That person who I thought maybe based on the income level that they have in their posting would not be sufficient to hire myself or anybody else, but usually there's some family or friends who might chip in and they become clients. I think the most by following every lead that comes in. It doesn't matter what I think of the factual facts that are presented, I'll respond, and if they call or I speak to them, I'll talk to them no matter what. Hopefully I can give them some information. Hopefully they'll think that I can help them. As a empty nester, if I had young kids, I would not be able to handle the load that I'm handling now. So a young attorney, I think that you're probably going to need more than just yourself to handle the number of cases that might be generated from LegalMatch. So you have to have a good system, you have to be organized, and you have to be able to turn around cases quickly. A lot of the cases that come in are emergency type cases, and I'm constantly having to prioritize, am I going to do this emergency? I know I have another case over here I have to do, so it's a constant juggling act. So as a new attorney, you've got to get your feet on the ground and figure out how you're going to handle all those things. I think you have to be responsive to the clientele who's signing up for LegalMatch. Most of the people are working kind of class people and they need help, and I try to offer that service. When I first decided to sign up, I was given the opportunity to speak to an attorney, and I think it was in Texas. I, to be honest with you, was a little skeptical about whether or not this was going to be worth the money. And speaking to that attorney and my own experience in the first year showed me it's well worth the cost.